About 4 days ago, I went to see Iron Lung. I had just had dinner, I was running on 4 hours of sleep due to jet lag, and by the time the previews were done, I had to pee. Really bad. It's no worries, I thought. I'll just go when the movie becomes less interesting, because I had some thought that this movie was going to be something similar to the slop that I would expect out of a Mr. Beast production. But as the movie went on, I found myself unable to leave my seat, completely mesmerized by the story that was unfolding in front of me. So there I sat for 2.5 hours with a bladder full of piss, not wanting to miss a single second of the film. Finally, by the end of the film, when the credits rolled across the screen, I waddled over to the restroom to relieve myself. And despite me being in such a miserable state, I thought to myself, damn, that was something special. Hey YouTube, it's me again. And today we're going to be talking about Iron Lung. Now I've been watching Markiplier since about 2013, where he posted a video about Super Squat Simulator. Basically, it was just him screaming into a mic for 2.5 minutes in a really weird fake Russian accent. But I thought that was the funniest shit in the world, and I was hooked. And now he's making a movie, so I got interested naturally, and I gotta say, it's a really good movie. Now this is by no means a perfect movie, but I will say that this is really, really well thought out and very good in terms of the production value as well as the overall size of the team. The fact that this was all done mostly by one person and financed by mostly one person is just absolutely astounding with that kind of background knowledge. So, what did I think about the movie? Well, like I said, it's pretty fucking good. Like, the pacing is actually really good, despite it being a little bit on the slower side. And I know that's like one of the main criticisms that this movie has, but I think it's more of, it's not really slow, it's more methodical in that it builds each little layer of this world. And the pacing just kind of, it's a slow burner, you know? It's not going to give you everything in big doses all at once over and over and over again, kind of like overstimulating you. No, it's very methodical. It's like a puzzle piece being put together over the course of the 2-hour movie. And the cinematography is incredible. Like, you can actually feel the scale and the scope of everything all around you, despite the whole movie basically being set inside of a tiny little submarine. Like, genuinely, I have no idea how they managed to do this, but I really felt invested into the entire world that was built around this, and every little tidbit felt like had purpose. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that it didn't make the audience feel like an idiot. Everything felt purposeful, and I really, really liked that. And finally, the acting and the music, it was just phenomenal. Like, I genuinely forgot as I was watching this movie that it was Markiplier that was acting and not the actual character himself, just not even performing, just being in this world. And I thought that was really good. It took me out of reality, and that's something that a movie hasn't done in a long time, or at least in recent memory for me. Also, I don't know if you're noticing, but I'm actually using the music from the movie as a background. Pretty cool, right? Please don't DMCA me. And another thing that I really liked about this movie, as I said before, it didn't feel like it was spoon feeding you a lot of the information. It was just kind of giving it to you in micro doses. Every single layer, every single aspect of this world being built slowly throughout the entire film, it really gives you a sense of scope to the hopelessness of the situation, while also keeping to that core idea of staying inside just this tiny ass vessel that our main character is not allowed to leave, which I thought was a really refreshing feeling, because a lot of the times movies nowadays feel like they need to show the scale of the entire universe. But this one, it just kept it simple, but also kept it refined, and that's what was really interesting to me about this movie. And I gotta say, the impact that this movie has put on me is very refreshing, because a lot of the times when I go into movies these days, I come out just feeling the same feeling that I do all the time. Like, oh, I just kind of watched a movie. That was good. It was all right. I didn't really feel very much to that. But this one, I actually left satisfied while also hungry for more. And not in the sense that I really hope that there's a sequel. It's more like, there's a lot of unanswered questions to this universe. I want to know more about it. And that's something really, really fascinating to me. And that's something that I really love, Because when I grew up, my favorite movie was Jurassic Park. And a lot of the times I wanted to imagine a world where this whole thing became a reality. What if there was a park with dinosaurs? And I felt that same level of wonder coming out of this movie in a very strange sense that it's like, oh, this world is super interesting. I want to know more about it. I want to see how this whole thing progresses, even outside of the movie. It's so hard to explain the emotions that I felt leaving because I haven't really felt like this when it comes to a movie. In fact, I haven't felt like this for most movies, which is why I don't really do reviews on them. But this one is just, like I said, it's just something special. And when you know the background context of him putting literally years of his life into this movie and millions of dollars, I think the budget was like $3 million. Like, it really feels like I'm watching someone's magnum opus. You can really feel the soul, like the character of the entirety of this film. It doesn't feel soulless. You feel the impact of every single moment. You feel the acting. You actually feel attached to all of the characters as well as what happens by the end of the film. And going back to that first ever video I ever watched from Markiplier back in 2013, I kind of feel that same level of charisma coming out of this movie. Like, in a time where everything just feels super formulaic, even coming out of YouTube, this feels super refreshing. It feels nice to actually, it's like a little palate cleanser, you know? It's like, yummy. It doesn't feel like a simple cash grab like most things feel nowadays. It's character. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's an experience. And though I'm not laughing like I did in that to that video as I was in this movie, it really, I don't know, it just felt so revitalizing. And the main thing that I really liked about this movie was the feeling of hopelessness. Like, the entire time, you just felt like every single decision, every single like action that our main character did just felt like it was completely fruitless. And the super nice thing about like this whole cosmic horror aspect of it is that it didn't rely on simple jump scares. It relied on tension, build up, and all of these other aspects in order for us to feel fear. Not just like scream into the screen and just make us all jump in our seats. It was build up. It felt real. It felt painful. And I think the main reason why everything or this movie is impacting me so much right now is because everything feels super hopeless, which is kind of what I feel right now in our current state in America. God, it's so good. It's just so good. It really characterizes everything about how I'm feeling in this current moment. That's probably why it feels super impactful for me right now. And yeah, I mean, this definitely is like an awakening in terms of how I view cinema at the moment, because now I don't really want to watch Hollywood slop. I want to watch more indie movies, something that's a little bit more small scale, but more like soulful, something that has personality to it rather than the same old Hollywood slop that I see with like a Marvel movie or even modern day YouTube videos. I want to see something that has personality. So anyways, that's just kind of my opinion about this movie. I thought it was really good. I think it's going to be one of the more impactful movies that I'm going to have in recent memories. I think I'm going to remember it by the end of the year at the very least, unlike with most movies nowadays. And yeah, I think you guys should definitely give it a watch too. It's definitely a lot of fun. And before you go, please leave a like or subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And don't even bother supporting me right now. Just go support the movie. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.